Hello everyone, welcome back. Fedora 43 has been released with some updates. You can see the updates in here in this page. And take a look at the left menu. You can see the Fedora release notes, and if you click it, you can expand the menu. And today I will only open the system administrators, desktop users, and developers. First, let's open the system administrators. You can scroll all the way down and you will see the updates for the new Fedora, and something that I want to see, the Fedora SPINS now use the new web UI installer. So at the previous release, I tried the Fedora 42 KDE Plasma. The installer still using the old Anaconda installer. In the Fedora 43 version, all the Fedora SPINS now use the new web UI installer. And then let's go to the desktop users. We can read in this page that GNOME now uses Wayland only. And the GNOME X11 session has been removed from Fedora Linux. I don't know what will happen to Fedora SPIN that doesn't use GNOME as the desktop environment. Maybe we will try Fedora SPIN later. Because of these updates, I browse a lot about X11 and Wayland. As far as I know, both X11 and Wayland are display server protocols. They are underlying systems that let Linux draw things on our screen and receive input from keyboard and mouse. It's like the foundation of the house. X11 was created in 1984 and Wayland was created around 2008 as a replacement for X11. Continue to the developers menu here. If you are a developer, you can read some updates on this page regarding some programming language. For example, Golang, Ruby on Rails, and then Tomcat, etc. Java, Perl, Maven. You can read here. I think these updates are very important for you as a developer. So let's go to the Fedora official website. On the top menu, hover on the Get Fedora. We can see the editions that we can download. I will download the Workstation edition. This one. Click this and we will be redirected to a page that highlights the GNOME desktop environment features. Let's click the Download Now button. It will redirect us to a new page that offers us how to download the ISO image. You can use the direct download method by clicking this button. And if you scroll down again a little bit, you will find an app to make a bootable flash drive called Fedora Media Writer. You can install it on Windows also. Or if you already use Fedora, you don't need to install the app. Scroll down again a little bit. you will find that you can download the ISO image using the torrent download method. Click the Other Downloads. We will be redirected to a new page and find a button called Fedora Project BitTorrent Tracker. This one. And then we can download the torrent trigger from here. You can just click whatever you want to download. For example, if you need the Workstation, Fedora Workstation, you can download this trigger. Or you can download also the Fedora SPINS. This one, for example, this is KDE, and then LXDE, LXQT, etc. Back to the download page. Also, you can download the Fedora Minimal 43, but it's only for ARM architecture. If you want to download the minimal version of Fedora 43, you can go here, this one. But it needs internet to install the Fedora 43 because it's just a boot ISO image. And if you use this, you can boot the ISO and then download the packages from internet. So after installing with this ISO image, you can get the newest packages from the official repo. And then if you need a container base, you can go here, download. Actually, I never try this container base because I'm still using VPS for server. I never use something like Podman or Docker. And then there's Fedora WSL. I think WSL is a Windows subsystem for Linux, so we can install it on the Windows, but I never do this also because I prefer use the VirtualBox than the Fedora WSL if I'm using Windows. And then Fedora Rawhide. This is the Fedora version for advanced users, testers, and package maintainers. Actually, I already downloaded the ISO image. Right now, I'm using Rocky Linux version 9.7 for my host operating system. And I will try the Fedora 43 workstation on Virtual Machine Manager. I don't know what is it exactly. So some people say that this is KVM and the Virtual Machine Manager is just the UI for managing the VM inside the KVM, kernel-based virtual machine. And let's create a VM inside this Virtual Machine Manager. I will click this button. I never use this. I just try to create a VM with this Virtual Machine Manager since yesterday. So maybe I do something wrong. You can leave your comment below and just tell me what should I do with this Virtual Machine Manager. So let's create a new VM to try the Fedora 43 workstation. This is how you would like to install the operating system. I will use the local install media that I just downloaded. And then let's choose the ISO image. I will click this button, browse local. This is the Fedora Workstation ISO image. Click open and then click forward. I will set the memory. Wait, I need calculator. Where's the calculator in KDE? Okay, this one. KCalc 1024 times 6, because I want to set 6 GB of memory. So I will input 6144, and then the CPU I will leave it like this. Click forward again. This is the place to contain the VM hard drive. So I will create a custom storage. If you click this using this option, your VM hard drive will be saved on the var folder, but if you click this, you can set where do you want to save your VM's hard drive. So I will choose this, select or create custom storage, click manage, and I already have a folder in my home folder. It is called VHD. So I will put everything, every VM hard drive in here, inside this folder. So I will give you an example how I create a pool. So this is a pool. I will delete this first. Oops, wait. I will delete this. Okay, I cannot delete this. Wait a minute. I will delete this. Okay, actually I cannot delete this volume. Oh, I see. So I just disable this pool. So the virtual machine manager name this as a pool. Stop first and then delete. Yes. Okay, let's begin the VM creation. Okay. Click this create a new virtual machine and then forward, and then select the ISO image, browse local. This is my ISO image of Fedora 43 workstation. I click open and then forward, and then where's the calculator? Okay, calc. I will set the memory to 6 GB. So 6 GB times 1024 equal to 6144. Okay, I will leave this CPU like this, forward, and then select or create a custom storage. Just like I told you before, I have a folder here in my home. It is called VHD, and this is where the VM hard drive will be placed. So I will create a new pool and set the target to the home, VHD, open. I will name this all of the VMs HDD. Finish. Okay, let's create a volume here. The name will be Fedora 43 Workstation. Okay, and the capacity, I will set this 40 GB. Finish. So this is the VM's hard drive, and then click this, choose volume, click forward, and this is the name of the VM, Fedora 43 Workstation VM. The network, I will choose the bridge device. Actually, I already created the bridge network. I will show you. Network. Wait, I never use KDE. So actually KDE is good, very good, and this is my new experience with KDE. I usually use GNOME. Wait, connections. This one. So this is the bridge network, and then yeah, something like this. You can see the setting. I don't have the Ethernet anymore, because if I create the bridge network, I need to delete the Ethernet connection. Okay, and then click finish. So let's start the installation of Fedora 43 Workstation. Okay everyone, now we are in the live mode. As usual, there's a pop-up window that offers whether to install the Fedora or later. I will click the install Fedora Linux. The new web UI installer appears here. Wait, I will make this full screen, and then wait, I will change the display settings first. I need 16:9 this resolution. Keep change, and I think it's better now. Let's install the Fedora 43 Workstation. So this is the new web UI installer. I will choose English. Where's English International? I will use English United States, and then click the next button. We are now in the second step of the installation process. Since this is a new VM, I only have one option, the use entire disk option. I don't know why I have just one option. I think it will be disaster when I want to reinstall Fedora in the next release. In this new web UI, I cannot create or define my own partition. I cannot define the home partition by myself in this web UI installer. It means I don't know where the home folder will be placed. On the step 3, there's nothing to do in this step. Just click the next button. Now we are in the last step. It's a review setting that I already did on the step 1 until 3. Take a look at the storage part. We can see that the root folder has the same space as the home folder. Root folder, and this is the home folder. For me, it means that the home folder is shared from the root folder, or I can think that the home folder is inside the root folder. I have a weird feeling about this. I don't know one day if I want to reinstall the operating system without deleting the home folder. Is it possible or not? I don't know. So for you that already did the reinstallation with web UI installer, just leave your comment below. So maybe we can learn together about this. Share your experience. Let's continue by clicking the erase data and install. The installation process is running right now, and I will fast forward the installation process. Okay everyone, the installation process is finished. I will click exit to live desktop button. Then I will turn off the VM. Okay, even though I clicked the power off button, but actually this VM is restarting. Let's maximize the VM again, and a welcome screen is appear here. As usual, we need to do a post installation setting, and the first thing to set is the language setting. I will choose English. Next, and then for the keyboard layout, I will choose the English again, English US, and this is the privacy. About the privacy, location services, automatic problem reporting, I will turn it off. The location services, and click next, and then time zone, I will set the time zone to Jakarta because I live in Indonesia, and then click next button. Enable third-party repositories, I will skip this. Click next, and we need to create a user for logging in into the Fedora 43 workstation. I will use sometimes programmer, and then the username will be SP. Click next, and the password. Next again. All done. We are ready to use this Fedora 43 workstation. This is like welcome screen from GNOME. I will click the skip button. I don't know, my cursor is double. Okay, I think I need to turn this VM off. Power off. This is the virtual machine panel. I will close this. So one thing that I don't know is do some settings to this VM. So it doesn't look like the VirtualBox. In VirtualBox, if we right click on the VM, there's options that we can choose to do some settings regarding the VM. But in Virtual Machine Manager, I don't know where should I click. If I click this, so there's no option for my VM preferences. What is this? Okay, so I don't know, maybe everything is manually. Maybe there's something like JSON file for this VM, I don't know. Just tell me guys how to do some settings for a VM with Virtual Machine Manager. For example, just as simple as I want to add an ISO image to this VM. What button should I click? I don't know. Just leave your comment below guys. Oh, maybe this is the virtual machine settings. Okay. Wait, show virtual hard drive detail. Ah, this one. Okay guys. So for example, the CD-ROM. Okay, so I found something here. So I just click this and then click open and then click the detail of the hardware. For example, I want to change the connection. This one, NIC. This one, NIC, network interface. What the C means, I don't know. Network interface card, maybe. Let's run this VM. I think the double cursor has been solved. The double cursor problem still remain guys. Full screen. I will change the display setting. I will choose this resolution. Keep change. I think it's better now. So the double cursor problem only appear when we are in the not full screen. It's gone guys, it's gone. So let's click the full screen view button, and then the first thing that I want to do, just go to the settings menu, the general settings menu. Scroll all the way down. We can find the system menu. Click it and click the about button. And then system details. In this window, we can see that Fedora 43 use kernel version 6.17 and then using Wayland for the windowing system, and also uses GNOME 49 version with codename Brescia. Wait, I will click the Firefox. GNOME 49 release. Brescia. The code name of this GNOME version is Brescia. So Wayland and X11 are like the engine behind how your Linux desktop looks and moves. They are what we call display server protocols, and they are responsible for drawing everything you see on the screen. For example, your mouse pointer, animations, windows, and so on. X11 is the old engine that Linux has been using since the 1980s. Starting in Fedora 43, the X11 session for GNOME is being dropped, and Wayland will fully take over as the default system. Wayland is a modern engine built for today's hardware. It offers noticeable improvements in graphics and performance. For example, smoother animations, cleaner visuals, and less screen tearing. It also brings better support for modern hardware. This move allows Fedora to deliver a faster, smoother, and more future-proof desktop experience. Let's open the terminal. Let's check the version. So the Fedora 43 is using RPM version 6. So if we check to the release note, wait, I need to minimize this and go to the release notes, sysadmins. In this part, RPM 6, there are some updates regarding the security. RPM or Red Hat Package Manager is the core engine that Fedora uses to install, update, and verify software. When you run commands like dnf install or dnf update, RPM is the system working behind the scenes to download packages, check their integrity, and make sure everything is safe before installing. In Fedora 43, RPM has been upgraded to version 6, a major update that brings stronger security and a more modern foundation for software management. In this documentation, we can see that the RPM 6 introduces improved package signature handling, support for newer cryptographic standards, and better verification to protect users from corrupted or tampered packages. If you need more about RPM, just click this. This is the release notes about RPM version 6. And then this RPM version 6 also cleans up a lot of old legacy code, making RPM faster and more reliable and easier to maintain for the future. Most users won't see dramatic visual changes, but they will feel the benefits through smoother updates, fewer installation errors, and a system that is more secure and future-proof. Beside the RPM version 6, there's another updates from Fedora. If we go to the terminal and then we can see here that Fedora 43 use kernel version 6.17. So what's the update of this kernel? Let's go to itsvoice.com. itsvoice.com kernel 6.17. Wait a minute. So from here we can see the updates of the kernel version 6.17. Based on this article, we can read that kernel version 6.17 is not a long-term support release. Even though it's not a long-term support release, this version brings some upgrades. One of the most noticeable improvements in kernel 6.17 is the hardware compatibility. Newer CPUs, GPUs, Wi-Fi chips, and storage devices are supported out of the box. So for users with modern laptops or desktops, this means less manual driver installation and better performance from day one. And then another focus is the power efficiency. So kernel 6.17 improves power management for laptops, helping reduce battery drain while keeping performance stable. Those three things that I can tell you about the newest updates of Fedora. The first one is Wayland, and then RPM version 6, and then kernel version 6.17. Now we will continue to the new GNOME features. So there are some updates in GNOME 49. GNOME 49. From this article, we can see that the app called Showtime replaces Totem as the default GNOME video player. In this GNOME official website, it says that the new video player prioritizes a distraction-free viewing experience, and it supports essential features like adjustable playback speed, multiple audio and subtitle tracks, rotating video, and screenshot capture. Let's try show times. So this is the new default video player. Because I don't have any videos, I will not try this video player. Another new app that replaces the old default app is Papers. This one. It replaces the old document viewer app called SPINS. Let's try Papers. Papers, how to... Oh, this one. There's a crash with this GNOME software. I don't know. Wait, I will Oh, maybe the video player has crashed, and let's try the papers. So I think it's like PDF viewer or something like that. And let's go to the App Store in GNOME. This one. It is called software. Enable the third-party software repositories. I will click ignore. So the App Store in GNOME gets performance improvements. This release brings optimizations that reduce memory usage and speed up the parsing process, with the result in snappier, more responsive experience when browsing and searching for apps. For example, I will search VLC. Actually, I never use this software management. I usually go to the terminal and just search with DNF command. For example, DNF search VLC like this. I think in this Fedora 43 workstation, Fedora 43 release, VLC is inside the official repo, so I think we don't need to install RPM Fusion repository. So if we go to the GNOME release notes, there are many other updates from GNOME. You can check it at the page here. So with Wayland as the display system, RPM 6 improving package management, and Linux kernel 6.17, Fedora 43 workstation clearly shows where modern Linux is heading. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to support this channel. See you in the next video.